your mom only has X amount of days to live. What? That's a shock from, oh, mom getting ready to come home to mom is never coming home again. I'm on the phone with her. I'm like, my voice is like a little crackly and I'm breathing heavy. And she's calm as heck over there, just like talking to me. And I'm just like, tell me what I need to do. Like, you just let me know what I need to do. Like, whatever I need to do. She said, calm down. You already know what you need to do. Don't pretend like you don't know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. You have the resources, go do it. That was the last words I heard from her. I never knew what she was talking about. Years later, in that bathroom, doing graphs for Netflix and Roku, tears running down my eyes. It makes sense why I'm crying, man. I'm crying because I'm not living up to my full potential. What she said, you know what to do. What she meant was, go out there and live up to your full potential. That's it. That's all. That's the instructions. That's for all of us. But you know what? We like to stay comfortable. So I had to break out of my comfort zone and I end up leaving that job. So I left that job. I already had things working for me. I had a studio. I had doing music engineering, doing graphics, and I had an Airbnb. Plus, we just closed on this property in 2017 now, right? We just closed on this property and made 6 figures our very first deal by selling this property. This was a brownstone unit. We sold it for 1.2 million. This put us on in the game. Now, wait, hold up. 1.2 million? You just did a deal for 1.2 million as a young kid? Like, you adult, but you still a young kid, right? And then it's like you made 6 figures on your very first. All right, we on to something now. But that whole pandemic came and it made me shift to a whole different thing, away from the Airbnb, away from the engineering and all that other stuff. But that was that time period with graphics and Netflix and Roku. So that was a necessary stage for me. I didn't know that that's what it was, but going to California, then going to do that, then it was all part of the journey.
So, you know, what that makes me think about is, how did you transition to what you're known for the most right now, which is speaking life into people? You know, how did you transition from the real estate? Because we can all still do these things, of course, but where did you start making that footprint?
Yeah, so I've always been this type of person speaking, but I just did it in a way that nobody asked me to do it. Like, bro, you say some stuff and nobody asked you to say nothing right now. So I realized that I wanted another level up. So during that time with the pandemic, right? Before the pandemic hit, this was 2019. This was 2019. Early 2019, I had an Airbnb guest. He came over. He said, I make music and I'm getting paid for it. I'm like, damn, I'm doing engineering. So I'm working for the music. I want to be able to have some residuals. So how are you doing this? Yeah. He said, well, I got this major level up for you. His name is Vince. That's my guy, Vince Ferg. Shout out to Ferg, you know, right? So when he came over and he said this stuff to me, I was like, damn, that makes a lot of sense. But before all of that, every guest that came in gave me 5-star reviews. Oh, you're just so amazing. And before that, all of my entrepreneur rappers and artists that came over, they used to sleep there. So I said, they sleep here and I'm already, you know, got this hospitality. Why not get paid to be me? Open up the Airbnb. So now they could book the sessions and they could sleep in the other room. All right, cool. Then I got another room. So I rent that out to a tenant. So now I'm making money 3 ways in one space. I'm more effective in less time now. I'm getting money more ways. So I'm like, all right, okay, cool. But I need a level up because it's not enough. So he told me to go to the place. I went to the Landmark place and I had a whole transformation. The day I walked in and I seen a roadmap and it guided me to, it said, this is where you're beginning. This is where you will finish with this program. As long as you stay consistent, you have a full transformation. What I wanted to transform was the way that I was talking to people. Because I grew up in New York. You already know how it is. In New York, we talk harsh, but we mean well. Absolutely. But it just come off harsh. And growing up, I got used to it. So the way that I speak is just too harsh. I need to speak with more love. Everything that I did in that program made me look at myself. And I realized I was operating out of integrity because I wasn't in my integrity, because I wanted to be more loving, but I wasn't being that. I just was saying I wanted to do that. Had to transform from doing to being. So I was doing speaking. I was doing it. But then I had to just realize, wait a minute. I've been being this person, but now I got to internalize and really become this individual. So the whole brand needs to be speaking this individual. So when you see me, you automatically understand it. You know it, right? One umbrella. So, all right, cool. The umbrella was speaker. So let me go, because every time I met a person through my Airbnb, I'm speaking to them first. Every time I met a person through my engineering, I'm speaking to them first. Everything I did, I realized I was speaking to people first. And that was the reason why they chose to be with me, chose to partake in my programs or something that I was doing, my offer. So when I graduated from that program and I was one of the top students in the class, right, went through the whole program and really came out solid, different person. This reminded me, okay, now I got to create my reality. I want to get paid to be me. I'm going to speak. I'm going to tell my story. My story is no longer a weakness. My story is my strength. So I realized that my story is my strength. And this is what I said. I said, damn, I ain't know my story is going to give me my glory. Oh, wait a minute. Yo, if you start speaking, your story is going to give you your glory. And then I started to realize that that's what was happening around us anyway. We was all connected to stories. We are already speakers. Speak up.